climate change? Is it all about planting trees and using electric cars? See, let me tell you a maths equation. More economic growth plus more population equals more CO2 emissions. Crazy, right? I thought so too. But why? We have never been more advanced or richer in human history. Our development scales are rocketing through the skies. And yet we go crying about climate change. Not really. Here, a super crash course about climate change. Greenhouse gases like methane and carbon dioxide trap the sun's energy between the atmosphere and us. Because of that, we have warmer winters and very hot summers. Dry places become drier and wet places become wetter. Sea levels increase, swallowing coastlines in floods and tsunamis. Countless habitats and ecosystems go bleh. Yeah, it kind of sounds depressing, but we reached a very high moment in human history. But we aren't able to save our own planet? I'm disappointed. Well, it's kind of complicated. When you ask someone how to stop climate change, the answer format will focus on at least one of these key features. Change petrol-fueled cars to electric ones. Use renewable resources instead of fossil fuels. Use bikes instead of cars. Change your lifestyle to fight climate change. And bibbity boo! Climate change ended. Congratulations! Well, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room and tell you it is not that simple. Scientists need to understand the problem to be able to create a doable solution for it. So, let's be scientists today and dun 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 dun. Look at the big picture. Once upon a time, 150 years ago, a revolution began. What is this revolution? The Industrial Revolution. Dun dun dun. That's when everything went downhill pretty quickly. This whole revolution thingy technically started to make our lives easier and more comfy, but the universe doesn't seem to like us being comfy. Bad universe. So, life easier equals worse environment. You know what is even worse? People go all babbling about cars and factories, and they forget that many of the most prominent climate change factors are hidden in the shadows. Ninja! Landfills emit almost the same amount of carbon dioxide as airplanes. Building a new car is exactly like building 2 meters of road, emission-wise speaking. So we drive electric cars, but our roads cancel everything we do. It's like a paradox. You fix one problem, 2 instead come of it. Seriously? And you know what is sad? We're humans. We could have a solution wearing a chicken costume dancing salsa under our noses, and we wouldn't be willing to implement it. And let me tell you a piece of sad truth. One of the main elements of climate change technically has nothing to do with ecology. Well, it's kind of part of sociology, I guess. Anyways, it is the divide between the rich and the poor. Look, gasp! Let me give you the end of the discussion. Rich people cause more emissions, according to statistics. So, if 1 plus 1 equals 2, then rich people should cut back on the richy lifestyles. But unfortunately, math is complicated, and in this universe, 1 plus 1 does not equal to 2. Hint, it equals to fish. You want to know why? Because the same statistics that said that rich people are the problem also pointed out that 63% of global CO2 emissions come from low to middle income countries. Besides you! Low income countries want to be richer, so they build more stuff to make its people comfy. And we already know that the universe doesn't want us to be comfy. You see where am I going? So you tell them to stop emitting carbon dioxide, they will say you're stopping my development. You can't tell them to preserve forests and use solar panels instead of burning coal when they aren't able to find food and shelter. The problem is that when we understand what caused climate change and we try to replace that with a more environmentally friendly solution, we tend to stop at that end. Why? Simple. We disagree. Shaking my hand. See? And one of the most problematic issues, food. What? I love food. Food is life. Who doesn't like food? Food, 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 food. Yeah, sadly. What is your favorite food? Let's say you like cucumbers. I personally love cucumbers. For you to have cucumbers in your salad, forests have to be deforested and animals lose their habitats. Yes, for you to eat that little cucumber, the environment walks a step more towards its end. And don't let me start on meat. About 38.5% of habitable land in the world is used for meat and dairy production. Instead of that, we could have let the forests grow and the carbon dioxide levels decrease gradually. But no, we deforest and plant specific plants to feed animals to feed us, respectively. There's a simple rule in the world of climate change solutions. You can't change something alone to solve climate change, but without changing it, you will never be able to end climate change. Like, come on, isn't there like a magical machine from the future that will end this problem? But we won't have to change anything in our lifestyles. And here comes another problem. Seriously, there are too many problems in this world. Money. Actually, this technology already exists. There are these machines that capture CO2 from the air and store it for later use, whatever that is. But the problem, too expensive, and no one is willing to pay for it. That's stupid, isn't it? But imagine yourself in the government's place. This is a circle. They pay money for fossil fuels, which leads to lower prices of products. Lower price means customer satisfaction. And with all that, nothing changes at all. And if the government tries to break this businessy circle, they will find rotten tomatoes thrown at their faces. Until now, there is no single country who has done anything significant to fight against climate change. Western civilizations, yes, started to build factories and carbon-emitting buildings outside their own lands. But seriously, we know you are stupid, but like, that's too much. Don't you know that we're all living on the same planet? I'm not giving excuses for them for not caring about the environment. I'm just saying this. Powerful people don't care, and those who do care aren't powerful enough. And you know what's the funniest thing ever? The blame always shifts from the biggest carbon emitters to you. So you need to solve the problem by changing your lifestyle. This is exactly like you breaking your mom's favorite vase and then pointing at some random person like, you solve the problem. That's rude. Yes, every single person is responsible, but you alone won't do anything. This is a global issue, so nothing will change unless the politicians and governments do something. So like basically we're screwed. Okay, I'm big optimistic here. Not really, but that's reality. So you don't like that? Let's see another approach. In this perfect utopia, what could you do? Simple. Force people that have some kind of influence to do something good for this world, so we can at least see the end of this decade. And if they won't understand anything except money, talk in the language. Invest your money for something that would at least assure the next generations that we haven't already built them their graveyards. Sorry, broke people. And remember, planet Earth is like the human body, and we are like the virus. When you are infected by a virus, the body raises its own temperatures, therefore global warming. This can only end in two ways: the virus killing the body, or the body killing the virus. In both cases, the consequences are the same. The virus dies. And thank you.